Imagine you are walking into a room full of people. You feel fine at first, but within minutes, a heavy weight settles on your chest. The air feels thick, the conversations seem draining, and suddenly, your energy drops. You didn't do anything different, yet you feel exhausted, irritated, or even anxious. Have you ever wondered why this happens? Now, think about a time when you met someone who instantly made you feel comfortable, like a warm, gentle light surrounding you. You felt lighter, happier, and at peace. What was different? Why does one situation make you feel drained while another fills you with positivity? How often do you find yourself feeling mentally and physically exhausted, even when you haven't done anything physically demanding? Have you ever spent time with someone who constantly complains or spreads negativity, only to walk away feeling completely depleted? And most importantly, how can you protect yourself from this unseen but very real energy exchange? Every single day, we interact with different energies. Some are uplifting, while others are toxic and overwhelming. What if you could shield yourself from negativity without isolating yourself from the world? What if you could learn the art of protecting your energy while still being kind, compassionate, and open-hearted? Welcome to Wisdom Woven, your space for deep insights, spiritual wisdom, and practical guidance. There are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribe. So please, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. It helps us bring more content to you, and we truly value your thoughts, so drop your opinions in the comments below. Energy is not just a concept, it's something we feel and experience every day. It affects our emotions, decisions, and even our physical well-being. In Buddhism, energy is deeply connected to the mind. The way we think, react, and interact with the world determines the kind of energy we carry and attract. Many people don't realize that energy flows where attention goes. If you constantly focus on negativity, drama, or stress, your energy absorbs it like a sponge. This is why some people always seem exhausted, while others remain calm and composed even in difficult situations. Buddhism teaches that everything is impermanent, including energy. Just as the wind blows in different directions, energy constantly shifts. The good news is, you have the power to influence that shift. By being mindful of your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings, you can create a protective shield around yourself. Think of your mind as a quiet lake. When left undisturbed, it remains still and peaceful, reflecting the beauty around it. But the moment you throw stones into it, negative thoughts, worries, and external stress, it becomes chaotic. The more you let negativity in, the harder it becomes to restore calmness. In the modern world, we are constantly exposed to distractions, news, social media, work stress, and negative people. Without even realizing it, we allow these things to drain our energy. That's why energy protection isn't just about avoiding negativity. It's about consciously creating peace within yourself. A key principle in Buddhism is awareness, being fully present and understanding what affects you. When you are aware of your energy, you start noticing patterns. You begin to see which situations, people, or habits make you feel good and which ones drain you. You don't have to live in a temple or meditate for hours to protect your energy. Simple shifts in mindset and daily habits can make a huge difference. A peaceful mind creates a peaceful life, and by learning how to manage your energy, you gain control over your emotions, reactions, and overall well-being. As we dive deeper into this journey, you'll discover practical ways to protect your energy using Buddhist wisdom. You'll learn how to create emotional boundaries, cleanse negative energy, and build inner strength. You'll understand how to stay calm even in chaotic situations and how to transform negative energy into positive growth. Your energy is precious. Don't let the outside world drain it. Stay with us on this journey, and let's unlock the power of true energy protection together. Understanding energy, the Buddhist perspective. Sit down, take a deep breath, and feel the air filling your lungs. Now exhale. Feel the release. You did not see the breath go in or out, yet you know it was there. Energy is much the same. It moves through you, around you, shaping your thoughts, emotions, and even your physical state. Yet, most people are unaware of how much this invisible force affects them. Everything in life carries energy. The people you meet, the words you hear, the thoughts you think, each one leaves an imprint on your being. Some energies are light, bringing peace and clarity. Others are heavy, leaving you restless and burdened. Imagine walking into a silent temple where the air is still, the scent of incense lingers, and the world outside seems to fade away. You immediately feel calm. Now, imagine stepping into a crowded marketplace where voices rise, emotions swirl, and tension lingers in the air. The contrast is clear. Energy is not just a mystical concept. It is real, and you feel it every day. You may enter a room and sense an unspoken conflict, even before a word is said. You may meet someone whose presence alone drains you, while another person's presence feels like sunlight on your skin. This is because everything carries vibrations, and these vibrations interact with your own. In Buddhism, we say that energy is like water. It takes the shape of whatever container it fills. If you pour clear water into a dirty cup, the water becomes impure. If you place it in a clean vessel, it remains pure. Your mind is the container. Whatever you allow in, through thoughts, conversations, and experiences, shapes the quality of your energy. Consider the thoughts you have daily. Are they filled with anger, regret, and worry? Or do they carry kindness, patience, and gratitude? A person's energy is not just affected by what happens to them, but by how they respond to what happens. If you carry bitterness, your energy becomes heavy, clouded like muddy water. If you practice acceptance, your energy remains light, flowing freely like a clear stream. Many people believe they are victims of energy, that they must endure whatever comes their way. But the truth is, you have control. Your energy is shaped by your awareness. When you recognize what drains you and what nourishes you, you begin to make choices that protect your well-being. You are not just a receiver of energy, you are also a creator of it. Think of a candle in a dark room. The flame does not struggle to fight the darkness, it simply shines. In the same way, when you cultivate positive energy within yourself, you do not need to resist negativity, you simply outshine it. A calm mind, a compassionate heart, and an awareness of your own energy are more powerful than any external force. Many suffer because they absorb the emotions and energies of others without realizing it. Someone else's anger becomes their own. Another person's sadness weighs on their heart. Like a sponge soaking up water, they take in everything around them until they feel heavy, exhausted, and lost. But you are not a sponge. You are a flowing river. You do not have to hold on to what does not belong to you. Buddhism teaches us to observe energy without attachment. When someone throws a stone into a river, the water ripples, but it does not hold onto the stone. It moves forward, adapting and continuing its journey. In the same way, when negativity comes your way, acknowledge it, but do not carry it. Let it pass through you, like the wind moving through the trees. Your energy is not defined by others. It is shaped by your thoughts, your actions, and your awareness. When you understand this, you stop looking for peace outside of yourself. You realize that peace is something you cultivate within. No matter where you go or who you meet, your energy remains in your hands. Imagine a monk sitting in deep meditation while the storm rages outside. The winds howl, the rain pours, but inside, he is unmoved. His peace does not depend on the weather, it comes from within. In the same way, your energy does not have to be dictated by the chaos of the world. When you learn to master it, you become like the monk, calm, steady, and free. Many seek protection from negative energy by avoiding certain people or situations. But true protection does not come from escape, it comes from understanding. When you know how energy works, you are no longer afraid of it. You do not fear negative people, because you know their energy cannot affect you unless you allow it. You do not run from difficult situations, because you have learned how to keep your own energy strong. A wise person does not fear the storm, they prepare for it. They do not complain about the wind, they adjust their sails. In the same way, when you understand energy, you stop seeing yourself as powerless. You learn to protect your peace, no matter what happens around you. So, start observing the energy around you. Notice how you feel in different places, with different people, and in different situations. Pay attention to what lifts you up and what pulls you down. Once you become aware, you will begin to make choices that protect your energy without even trying. You are not here to carry the weight of the world. You are here to walk your path with lightness, wisdom, and grace. Keep your energy pure, and your life will naturally align with peace. The role of mindfulness in energy protection. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Feel the air as it moves through your body. Notice the stillness within you. That is mindfulness, the power of being fully present. And in this presence, there is protection. Every day, you are surrounded by noise. Not just the sounds of traffic, conversations, or ringing phones, but the noise of thoughts, worries, and emotions. Your mind races from one thing to another. What happened yesterday? What will happen tomorrow? What someone said? What you should have said? This endless movement drains your energy without you even realizing it. Imagine walking through a crowded marketplace. People rush past you, voices rise and fall, and different smells fill the air. You have a destination, but the chaos distracts you. Now, imagine walking the same path with complete awareness. You see the colors, hear the sounds, and feel the ground beneath your feet, but nothing pulls you away from your center. This is the power of mindfulness. When you are not mindful, your energy is like a leaf caught in the wind, pulled in every direction by external forces. One small comment from someone can ruin your entire day. A single worry can keep you up all night. But when you are mindful, your energy becomes like a mountain, steady, grounded, and unshaken by passing storms. Many people believe that energy protection means avoiding negativity, running away from toxic people, or isolating themselves. But true protection does not come from escape. It comes from awareness. When you are mindful, you don't absorb everything around you. You see things as they are, without letting them enter your mind and heart. Think about a mirror. When dust settles on it, the reflection becomes unclear. But when you wipe it clean, everything appears as it is. Your mind is the same. If you allow too many unnecessary thoughts, emotions, and distractions to enter, your energy becomes clouded. But if you stay present, aware, and mindful, your energy remains pure and strong. Have you ever noticed how a single moment of deep awareness can change everything? Imagine drinking a cup of tea. If your mind is restless, you drink without tasting, lost in thoughts. But if you drink with mindfulness, you feel the warmth, the flavor, and the comfort in each sip. The same tea, but a completely different experience. This is how mindfulness protects your energy. It turns ordinary moments into sources of peace instead of stress. It helps you see things clearly instead of reacting without thinking. It gives you the ability to choose what enters your mind and what does not. In Buddhism, mindfulness is not just a practice, it is a way of living. It means walking, talking, eating, and even thinking with full awareness. When you do this, you stop carrying unnecessary burdens. You stop replaying painful memories or fearing an unknown future. You become present, and in this presence, you find your true power. Have you ever met someone who carries a peaceful energy? They do not get angry easily. They do not allow problems to shake them. They seem calm, even in difficult situations. This is not because their life is easier. It is because they have trained their mind to remain still, no matter what happens around them. But how do you train your mind to be mindful? The answer is simple: practice. Start small. When you wake up, take a moment to feel your breath. When you eat, taste your food. When you walk, feel the ground beneath your feet. Each moment of awareness strengthens your energy. Mindfulness is like a shield. It does not block the world from reaching you, but it stops the world from controlling you. It allows you to experience life fully while keeping your energy intact. You don't have to avoid people, run away from challenges, or fear negativity. You simply have to be present. And when you are present, you are untouchable. Not because nothing happens to you, but because nothing shakes you. Your energy becomes your own, no longer lost in worries, distractions, or the emotions of others. It remains where it belongs, with you. The impact of negative energy and how to shield yourself. Sit with me for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the air enter your body, filling you with life. Now, imagine a dark cloud drifting toward you. It is not part of you, yet the more you focus on it, the heavier it feels. This is negative energy. It creeps into your life quietly, settles into your mind, and makes a home in your heart, if you allow it. Negative energy is like dust in the wind. You do not always see it, but you feel it. It lingers in words spoken with anger, in places filled with sorrow, in the presence of people who carry heavy hearts. You may not notice it at first, but over time, it weighs you down, making your spirit restless and your mind unsettled. Have you ever walked into a room and felt uneasy without knowing why? That is energy speaking to you. Everything carries energy. People, places, even thoughts. When you surround yourself with negativity, your own energy begins to shift. Slowly, you absorb the weight of the world, carrying burdens that are not yours to bear. Think of a flame. It burns brightly when the air around it is still. But when strong winds come, the flame flickers, struggling to survive. Your energy is that flame. If you do not protect it, the storms of the world will dim your light. But you are not powerless. Just as a flame can be shielded from the wind, your energy can be protected from negativity. The first step is awareness. Many people allow negative energy to drain them simply because they do not realize it is happening. Have you ever felt exhausted after a conversation with someone who only complains? Have you ever left a place feeling strangely unsettled? These are signs that your energy is being affected. When you recognize this, you take the first step towards shielding yourself. But awareness alone is not enough. You must learn to guard your energy without shutting yourself away from the world. Imagine standing in the rain. You cannot stop the rain from falling, but you can carry an umbrella. Protecting your energy does not mean avoiding people or situations. It means knowing how to stay dry in the storm. One way to do this is by setting boundaries. Not all battles are yours to fight. Not all emotions are yours to carry. Sometimes, the best way to protect your peace is to simply walk away. Silence is not weakness. Distance is not coldness. They are tools of self-preservation. The mind, too, must be trained. Negative energy cannot take root in a mind that is still and strong. When you allow every passing thought to shake you, you become like a boat in a storm, tossed in every direction, never finding rest. But when you center yourself, no storm can move you. Meditation, even for a few minutes, can be a powerful shield. It teaches you to observe negativity without letting it enter your soul. Words hold energy as well. Be mindful of the words you speak and the words you hear. Gossip, anger, and fear spread like wildfire, consuming everything in their path. But kindness, patience, and understanding are just as powerful. When you speak with kindness, you create an invisible armor around yourself, one that negativity cannot easily penetrate. There are places, too, that carry heavy energy. Have you ever stepped into a room and felt an unexplainable sadness? Some spaces hold the echoes of past pain, lingering like shadows. Just as we clean our homes of dust, we must cleanse our spaces of negative energy. Open windows, let fresh air in, burn incense, or simply fill the space with light and laughter. The energy of a place can change when filled with warmth and love. And then, there are people. Some people shine like the sun, filling the world with light. Others, trapped in their own suffering, become like storms, always raining, always heavy. You cannot change them, but you can choose how much of their storm you allow into your life. Compassion does not mean sacrificing your peace. You can offer kindness without becoming a vessel for someone else's pain. Do not let the troubles of the world make a home in your heart. Pain exists, yes, but so does joy. Fear is real, but so is love. In the same way that you do not have to drink poison water, you do not have to absorb negative energy. Be mindful of what you take in, whether it is the words of others, the thoughts in your mind, or the emotions in the air around you. A river does not hold onto debris, it lets it flow past. Be like the river. Let go of what does not serve you. Let the weight of negativity drift away, leaving you lighter, freer, at peace. Energy is precious. Guard it well. Detachment, the art of letting go. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine you are holding a rope, and on the other end, someone is pulling it with all their strength. The more they pull, the tighter you grip. Your hands start to hurt, but you refuse to let go. Why? Because you believe holding on is the only option. Now, ask yourself, what would happen if you simply released the rope? Would you fall? Would you lose control? Or would you finally feel relief as the tension in your hands disappears? This is how most people live their lives, holding on to things that bring them pain, fearing that letting go means losing something important. But in truth, clinging only creates suffering. The more you try to control, the more you feel controlled. The more you attach yourself to people, expectations, and outcomes, the more restless your mind becomes. Buddhism teaches that attachment is the root of suffering, not because we should not care, but because everything in life is temporary. People change, circumstances shift, What once brought you happiness may no longer serve you. But instead of accepting this flow of life, we resist. We try to hold on to things that are slipping away, believing that we can freeze time. Think about a past relationship, a friendship, or a situation that you struggled to let go of. Maybe you kept replaying memories, wondering what went wrong. Maybe you held on to anger, sadness, or regret, refusing to accept that things had changed. And in doing so, you kept yourself stuck in suffering. Detachment does not mean not caring. It does not mean becoming cold or indifferent. It means understanding that nothing is permanent. It means freeing yourself from the need to control everything, allowing life to unfold naturally. It means loving deeply, but not losing yourself in that love. It means experiencing joy without fearing that it will end. A river does not try to hold on to its water. It simply flows. A tree does not resist when the seasons change. It lets go of its leaves when autumn comes, trusting that new ones will grow. This is the wisdom of nature. Change is natural, and letting go is part of life. Yet, as humans, we struggle with this truth. We hold on to pain from the past, reliving old wounds. We chase happiness in people, possessions, and achievements, thinking they will make us whole. We fear the future, trying to control what is uncertain. And in doing so, we exhaust our energy, filling our minds with unnecessary worries. But imagine a life where you are no longer burdened by these attachments. Imagine waking up each day with a light heart, accepting what comes and releasing what goes. Imagine embracing people without the fear of losing them, experiencing moments without the need to control them. This is the freedom that detachment brings. It is not about running away from emotions, but about observing them without letting them consume you. It is not about rejecting relationships, but about loving without clinging. It is about trusting that whatever leaves, leaves for a reason, and whatever stays, stays because it is meant to. When you practice detachment, you begin to see life with clarity. You stop reacting out of fear or desperation. You stop depending on external things for your happiness. You realize that your peace does not come from the outside world, but from within you. Imagine holding a handful of sand. If you squeeze it tightly, trying to keep every grain, it slips through your fingers. But if you keep your palm open, the sand rests gently in your hand. This is detachment, not forcing, not grasping, but allowing life to be as it is. Many people fear that detachment will make them lose their passion or purpose. But in reality, it makes you experience life more fully. When you are no longer attached to outcomes, you give your best without fear of failure. When you let go of expectations, you appreciate things as they are, not as you wish them to be. Think about the moon. It does not hold on to the night sky, yet it shines. Think about the wind. It does not cling to one direction, yet it moves freely. When you live with this same ease, you find a sense of peace that no external thing can take away. Letting go does not happen overnight. It is a practice, a daily choice. Some days, you will struggle. You will feel the urge to hold on. But each time you remind yourself to release, you take another step toward freedom. So, ask yourself, what are you holding on to that is weighing you down? What pain, expectation, or fear is keeping you trapped? And most importantly, what would happen if you simply let go? When you understand that nothing truly belongs to you, not people, not moments, not even your thoughts, you begin to experience life as it is meant to be. A journey, not a possession. A flow, not a fight. And in that space of surrender, you find true peace. The power of inner peace, cultivating a strong mind. Sit with me for a moment. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the air fill your lungs, and then gently leave. Do you notice the stillness? That quiet space within you? That is where peace lives. But in our busy world, that peace often feels distant, like a candle struggling to stay lit in the wind. We rush, we worry, we react. One moment, we are calm. The next, something upsets us, and our peace is gone. A single word, a small inconvenience, a stressful thought. Suddenly, we feel overwhelmed. Why does this happen? Why does our mind, which should be our greatest ally, often feel like a restless storm? A strong mind is like a mountain. No matter how fierce the winds blow, no matter how heavy the rain falls, the mountain remains unmoved. But for most people, the mind is like a leaf caught in the wind, tossed around by every little thing. One moment happy, the next sad. One moment confident, the next full of doubt. This is because we have not yet learned the power of inner peace. When your mind is strong, nothing can shake you easily. Someone may criticize you, but it does not disturb your heart. A problem may arise, but it does not consume your peace. Even in chaos, you remain steady. This is not about ignoring emotions. It is about understanding them. When you understand your emotions, they lose control over you. Think about a cup of water. If you shake it, the water becomes disturbed, making it impossible to see clearly. But when you let it settle, the water becomes still, and everything is clear again. The mind works the same way. When you react to every little thing, your thoughts become cloudy. But when you stay still and let thoughts settle, clarity comes naturally. Buddhism teaches that everything outside of us is temporary. The words people say, the situations we face, even our own emotions, they come and go like passing clouds. But there is something deeper within us that does not change. That is where true strength comes from. Many people look for peace in the outside world. They think, if I have the right job, the right relationship, the right situation, then I will be happy. But even when they get these things, they still feel restless. This is because peace does not come from outside. It comes from within. If your mind is always chasing something, you will always feel empty. But if your mind is content in the present moment, you will always feel full. The key to inner peace is awareness. When you become aware of your thoughts and emotions, you stop being controlled by them. You start to notice when your mind is running in circles. You catch yourself before anger, stress, or fear take over. This awareness creates space. Space between you and the reaction, space between you and suffering. In this space, you find freedom. Have you ever seen a candle in a dark room? The flame does not fight the darkness. It simply shines. In the same way, a strong mind does not fight negativity. It simply stays still, and in that stillness, it finds power. When you no longer react to every little thing, when you stop holding on to thoughts that do not serve you, you create a shield of peace around you. But how do we cultivate this strength? The first step is to slow down. Every day, take a few moments to sit in silence. No phone, no distractions. Just breathe and observe your thoughts. At first, your mind will be restless, jumping from one thought to another. That is normal. But over time, you will notice something. The thoughts come, but they also go. They are like clouds in the sky, and you are the sky itself. The second step is to be mindful of what you allow into your mind. Just as unhealthy food can weaken the body, negative thoughts and influences can weaken the mind. Be mindful of what you consume, not just food, but also the conversations you have, the information you take in, the energy you surround yourself with. A strong mind is built on good foundations. The third step is to practice gratitude. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, your mind shifts from restlessness to contentment. Gratitude is like water for the roots of peace. The more you practice it, the stronger your inner peace grows. Lastly, let go of what you cannot control. Most suffering comes from trying to control things that are beyond us. The past is gone, the future is uncertain. But this moment, right now, is where your power lies. When you let go of unnecessary worries, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. A strong mind does not mean a life without problems. It means that no matter what happens, you remain calm, steady, and unshaken. It means you face life with confidence, knowing that true peace is not found in the world, but within you. Breathe in, breathe out. The mountain does not move, neither do you. Karma and energy, how your actions shape your vibrations. Sit with me for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the air enter your body, filling you with life. Now, exhale slowly, letting go of anything that weighs you down. In this moment, you are here, present, and open to wisdom. Today, we speak of karma and energy, two forces that shape every step we take. Karma is not a punishment. It is not fate chasing you with a heavy hand. Karma is simply cause and effect. Like a stone thrown into a still pond, every action creates ripples. These ripples expand outward, touching everything around them before eventually returning to where they began. This is how energy moves. What you send out into the world, through thoughts, words, and actions, will find its way back to you. Think of a farmer who plants seeds in his field. If he plants apple seeds, he will not harvest oranges. If he plants thorns, he cannot expect soft petals. Life works the same way. The energy you release into the world is the energy that will grow around you. If you move through life with kindness, patience, and wisdom, you will see those qualities return to you in unexpected ways. If you act with anger, deceit, or greed, that energy will take root in your life as well. Some say, "But I have done nothing wrong, and still I suffer." This is a question as old as time. The answer is simple, yet difficult to accept. Not all ripples return immediately. Some take time. Some are from stones thrown long ago, perhaps in another lifetime. But know this, every moment is a new beginning. Every breath is a chance to send a different energy into the world. Your energy is like a river. If you fill it with clear, pure water, it will nourish everything in its path. But if you allow bitterness, resentment, and anger to seep in, the river becomes polluted, harming both you and those around you. You cannot control how others act, but you can always choose how you respond. And in that choice, you shape your karma. There is an old story of a man who carried a heavy bag of stones wherever he went. Each stone represented a grudge, a regret, or a mistake from his past. The more he held on to them, the heavier they became, weighing him down until he could barely move. One day, a wise monk asked him, "Why do you carry such a burden?" The man replied, "These are the things life has given me." The monk smiled gently and said, "No, these are the things you refuse to let go." Karma does not demand that you suffer for past mistakes. It simply reflects the energy you continue to carry. If you wish to change your life, change the energy you hold within you. Let go of the stones. Release the grudges. Forgive, not because others deserve it, but because you deserve peace. A person who walks through fire with wet clothes will not be burned. In the same way, a person who moves through the world with a calm and kind heart will not be consumed by negativity. This is the secret to protecting your energy, understanding that you are the source. If your mind is at peace, no storm can shake you. If your heart is light, no darkness can overpower you. Many people spend their lives reacting. They allow the world to dictate their emotions, like leaves tossed in the wind. Someone speaks harshly, and they become angry. A problem arises, and they fall into despair. But when you truly understand karma, you take control of your energy. You stop reacting and start choosing. You decide to respond with wisdom instead of impulse, with love instead of fear. A single candle can light 1,000 others without losing its glow. In the same way, spreading kindness does not weaken you, it strengthens you. Every kind word, every compassionate act, every moment of patience sends ripples of positive energy into the world. And these ripples will find their way back to you. Do not think of karma as something distant, something waiting in the future. It is here, now, shaping your path with every choice you make. If you wish for a peaceful life, plant seeds of peace. If you wish for happiness, offer happiness to others. If you wish to be free from suffering, do not cause suffering. There is no force in the universe stronger than energy set in motion. What you do today, what you think, what you feel, it all becomes part of the flow of your life. If you send out love, it will return. If you send out anger, it will return. This is not a law written by man, but a truth woven into the fabric of existence. So, I ask you, what kind of energy do you wish to carry? What kind of ripples do you wish to create? The choice is yours. Let your heart be light, let your mind be clear, and let the energy you share with the world be one of kindness, wisdom, and peace. The influence of your environment on your energy. Sit down, take a deep breath, and look around you. Everything in your environment, the people, the places, the sounds, the energy, shapes you in ways you may not even notice. Imagine stepping into a peaceful temple, where the air is calm, the light is soft, and the only sound is the gentle rustling of leaves. Your mind naturally slows down. Your heart feels at ease. But now, imagine walking into a room filled with arguments, clutter, and tension. Even if no one says a word to you, you can feel the weight in the air. Your body tenses. Your thoughts become restless. The truth is, you absorb the energy of your surroundings like a sponge. The environment you live in, the people you interact with, the places you visit. Everything leaves a mark on your mind and spirit. Some places lift you up, making you feel light and refreshed. Others drain you, leaving you exhausted and heavy. But here's what many do not realize. You are not powerless in this exchange. Buddhism teaches that the world around you is a reflection of the world within you. If your surroundings are chaotic, your mind will mirror that chaos. If you constantly expose yourself to negativity, your thoughts will carry that same weight. But if you surround yourself with peace, your inner world will become peaceful. This is why monks live in quiet monasteries, why meditation spaces are kept clean and simple, and why wise beings seek nature when they need clarity. Look at your own life. Is your home a place of rest, or does it feel heavy with stress? Do the people around you bring calmness, or do they carry tension wherever they go? The environment you choose to be in plays a bigger role in your well-being than you might think. Many people wonder why they feel anxious, restless, or drained, yet they never stop to examine the spaces they live in. They never ask, is my environment nourishing me, or is it depleting me? There is a story of a man who sought the advice of a Zen master. He said, "Master, no matter where I go, I feel uneasy. My mind is restless, my heart is heavy." The Zen master simply asked, "What does your home look like?" The man hesitated, then replied, "It is cluttered, noisy, filled with arguments and stress." The master smiled and said, "Your mind is not the problem. Your environment is feeding your mind. First, clean your space. Then, watch your thoughts become lighter." This lesson is simple yet powerful. A messy room creates a messy mind. A stressful environment breeds stressful thoughts. If you want peace within, you must create peace around you. This does not mean running away to the mountains or living in isolation. It means being mindful of what you allow into your space, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Think about the places you visit often. Some make you feel calm, while others leave you drained. Why? Because every place holds energy, just like every person does. A temple feels peaceful because it has absorbed years of prayers and meditation. A home filled with laughter feels warm because it carries joyful energy. But a place where people argue, gossip, or hold resentment will feel heavy because those emotions linger in the air. Now, reflect on the people in your life. Do they uplift you, or do they constantly bring negativity? Some people carry storms with them wherever they go. Others radiate sunshine even in the darkest times. Being around negative energy for too long can make even the strongest mind feel weak. This is why wise beings are careful about who they spend their time with. They understand that energy is contagious. You don't have to cut people out of your life, but you must learn to protect your energy. If someone is always complaining, always angry, always carrying tension, be aware of how much time you spend with them. You cannot change their energy, but you can choose how much of it you absorb. Your environment also includes what you consume. The news you watch, the books you read, the music you listen to, all of it affects your state of mind. If you fill your days with negativity, fear, and distraction, your energy will reflect that. But if you choose to fill your mind with wisdom, peace, and inspiration, your energy will shift towards calmness and clarity. Buddhism teaches that awareness is the first step to transformation. If you want to protect your energy, start by becoming aware of what is influencing it. Notice how certain places make you feel. Observe how certain people affect your mood. Pay attention to the small things, because the small things shape your reality. A great master once said, "Your outer world is the soil, and your mind is the seed. If the soil is filled with weeds, the seed will struggle to grow. But if the soil is nourished, the seed will thrive." In the same way, if your environment is filled with negativity, your mind will be restless. But if your environment is peaceful, your mind will naturally find stillness. So, how can you create a nourishing environment for yourself? Start small. Clear the clutter in your space. Let go of objects that carry negative memories. Spend more time in places that bring you peace. Be mindful of the energy in your home. If there is tension, bring in kindness. If there is noise, create moments of silence. If there is heaviness, introduce lightness. Your surroundings are always influencing you, but you have the power to choose what you allow in. Protect your space as you would protect your mind. Choose peace, and peace will choose you. Sacred practices, mantras, meditation, and energy cleansing. Sit with me for a moment. Let the world slow down. Feel your breath. Deep, steady, alive. In this moment, nothing else matters. No worries, no past, no future. Just this breath. Just this presence. Life is filled with noise. The world pulls you in many directions. Work, relationships, endless responsibilities. But in the midst of all this, your energy is sacred. It is the essence of who you are, and it must be protected. There are ways, ancient and powerful, to cleanse and strengthen it. These ways are simple, yet they hold the key to deep peace and unshakable balance. There is a reason Buddhist monks chant mantras. There is a reason temples resonate with the sounds of bells and gongs. These are not just rituals. They are tools to shape energy, to clear the mind, to create a force field of peace around you. Every word you speak, every thought you allow, carries energy. And when you choose the right sounds, the right vibrations, you shift your entire being. A mantra is more than just a set of words. It is a key that unlocks a higher state of consciousness. When repeated with focus, it cleanses your mind, just as water cleanses the body. Imagine a muddy glass of water. If you keep pouring clean water into it, the mud will eventually wash away. This is what a mantra does to your mind. It clears away the negativity, the doubts, the heaviness. You don't need to know many mantras. Even one, spoken with sincerity, is enough. Om Mani Padme Hum, the mantra of compassion, dissolving fear and suffering. Namo Amichuo, calling upon the infinite light of wisdom and peace. These sounds have been carried through centuries, whispered by monks in caves, echoed in temple halls, guiding countless souls to clarity. But sound is only one way. Silence, too, is powerful. Meditation is not about emptying the mind forcefully. It is about watching, allowing, understanding. Sit with your thoughts as you would sit by a river. Let them flow. Do not chase them. Do not fight them. Just observe. With time, they slow down. With time, the waters become still. In stillness, you discover something profound. You are not your thoughts. You are not your worries. You are the awareness beneath them. Like the sky watching the clouds pass, you remain untouched, infinite. This realization changes everything. When you no longer attach yourself to every passing thought, to every emotion, your energy becomes unshakable. But meditation is not just for moments of quiet. It is something you carry into your life. Walking, eating, listening, each moment can be a meditation. When you are fully present, your energy becomes aligned, balanced. You stop leaking energy to regrets of the past or anxieties of the future. You become powerful simply by being here, now. Yet, even with meditation and mantra, the world can leave its mark on you. Just as dust gathers on a table, negative energy can settle in your space, your body, your mind. That is why cleansing is essential. Buddhist monks use incense, ringing bells, and even water to purify their surroundings. You can do the same in your own way. Burn sage or sandalwood to clear stagnant energy. Light a candle and let its flame remind you of your inner light. Bathe with intention. Let the water wash away more than just dirt. Feel it carry away tension, doubt, heaviness. Even opening your windows, letting fresh air fill your space, can cleanse more than just the room. It refreshes your energy as well. And then, there is movement. Energy is not meant to be stagnant. It must flow. Simple stretches, mindful walking, even slow, deliberate breaths. These small movements keep your energy from becoming blocked. Imagine a stream of water. If it does not flow, it becomes still, murky. Your energy is the same. Let it move. Let it breathe. But above all, remember this. Your energy is sacred. It is your responsibility to protect it, to nurture it. Do not allow the weight of the world to dim your light. Do not let the noise of the outside world drown out the peace that already exists within you. Every day, take a moment for yourself. A single deep breath, a whispered mantra, a silent pause. These small acts are not small at all. They are the foundation of a life lived with clarity, strength, and peace. You do not need to be a monk to walk this path. You do not need to live in a temple to feel this peace. The temple is within you. The practice is within you. And when you honor it, when you give yourself even a few moments of stillness, you will feel it. The shift, the balance, the return to your true self. This is the way of energy. This is the way of wisdom. And it is always, always within your reach. Mastering emotional boundaries and protecting your space. My dear student, sit with me for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the air entering your body, filling you with life, then leaving just as gently. This breath is yours. No one can take it from you. No one can control it. It is your space, your energy, your life force. Now, tell me, how often do you allow others to enter your space without permission? How often do you let their words, their moods, their chaos invade your mind? Do you realize that, just like this breath, your energy is yours alone? Yet, you give it away so easily, without even knowing it. There is a great truth that many fail to see. Your energy is precious. You would not leave the door of your home wide open for strangers to walk in and take whatever they please, would you? And yet, you leave the doors of your mind unguarded. You let others pour their frustrations, their fears, their negativity into you, until you are drowning in emotions that are not even yours. A person raises their voice at you, and you absorb their anger. Someone criticizes you, and you carry their words like a heavy stone on your back. A friend unloads their sadness onto you, and suddenly, you feel drained for the rest of the day. Why? Because you have not drawn the line between their energy and your own. To live in peace, you must learn to build a sacred space around yourself, not with walls of stone, but with the wisdom of knowing what to accept and what to let pass. The world is full of noise, but you do not have to let it enter your heart. The rain may fall, but you do not have to walk in it without shelter. There was once a wise monk who was insulted by a man full of rage. The man screamed, cursed, and tried to provoke him. But the monk only smiled and said, "If someone offers you a gift, but you do not accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The man was confused. The monk continued, "In the same way, if I do not accept your anger, it remains yours." This is the key, my student. People will throw their emotions at you, but you do not have to catch them. You do not have to hold them. You do not have to carry them as your own. You can simply let them pass, like clouds drifting across the sky. But how do you do this? How do you stop absorbing the energy of others? The first step is awareness. Begin to notice when your mood shifts. Ask yourself, was I feeling this way before, or did I pick up someone else's energy? Learn to recognize what is truly yours and what is borrowed from others. Then, set boundaries, not with anger, not with harsh words, but with quiet strength. If someone is constantly negative, limit your time with them. If someone drains your energy, step away when you need to. If someone tries to manipulate you with guilt or fear, do not engage. You do not have to explain yourself. You do not have to fight. You simply have to choose peace. Buddhism teaches us that suffering comes from attachment. We hold on to things that do not serve us. We carry burdens that are not ours to carry. But once you realize that you have the power to let go, a great freedom arises. You are no longer controlled by the emotions of others. You become like the mountain, unshaken by the storm. Some will call you cold. Some will say you have changed. Do not let this trouble you. People who benefit from your lack of boundaries will resist when you start protecting yourself. But do not waver. A tree does not apologize for standing tall. A river does not explain why it flows. And you do not have to justify your peace. Let people have their emotions. Let them have their opinions. But do not let them disturb the stillness within you. This stillness is your power. This stillness is your protection. If you can master this, no one, not the angry man, not the critic, not the complainer, will be able to shake you. My student, guard your energy as you would guard a sacred temple. Not everyone who knocks at your door should be invited in. Some will come with good intentions, some with ill will, and some with chaos in their hearts. It is not your duty to fix them all. It is not your burden to carry their pain. Be kind, yes. Be compassionate, yes. But do not mistake kindness for surrender. Protect your space. Protect your peace. And when you do, you will walk through this world with a heart as light as the wind and a mind as still as the deepest ocean. The path to spiritual strength, living with purpose. Close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. Let go of every thought racing through your mind. Just be here, in this moment. Right now, feel the stillness. Feel the presence of life itself. This is where your true strength begins. Many people think strength is about power, control, or dominance. But real strength, the kind that lasts, is quiet. It does not shout. It does not seek attention. It simply exists, like a mountain standing firm against the wind. In Buddhism, true strength comes from within. It is the ability to remain steady in the face of chaos, to find peace when the world is restless, and to move forward with purpose even when the path is uncertain. Look at the world around you. Everything is moving. People chasing success, wealth, relationships, recognition. Everyone is looking for something, running towards something, trying to fill an emptiness they can't quite understand. But ask yourself, what are they really searching for? And more importantly, what are you searching for? You see, when you don't have a clear purpose, life feels like a constant battle. You wake up, go through the motions, and end the day feeling exhausted but unfulfilled. No matter how much you achieve, there is always a feeling that something is missing. This is because true fulfillment doesn't come from external success. It comes from within. It comes from knowing why you are here and living in alignment with that purpose. Buddhism teaches that living with purpose is not about chasing big dreams or achieving great things in the eyes of the world. It is about being present, being mindful, and aligning your actions with your inner truth. When you live this way, your energy becomes strong and unshakable. You are no longer pulled in every direction by distractions or negativity. Instead, you move with clarity and confidence, like a river flowing steadily toward the ocean. But here is the secret. Your purpose is not something you have to find. It is already within you. It has always been there. You just have to uncover it, like clearing the dust from a mirror so you can see your reflection clearly. The more you quiet the mind, the more your purpose reveals itself. Start by asking yourself a simple question. What brings me peace? Not excitement, not momentary happiness, but deep, lasting peace. Maybe it's helping others. Maybe it's creating something meaningful. Maybe it's simply living with kindness and gratitude. Whatever it is, that is where your strength lies. A person with purpose does not get easily disturbed by negativity. They do not waste energy on things that do not serve them. They do not hold on to grudges or chase after things that only bring temporary satisfaction. They walk their path with clarity, choosing thoughts, words, and actions that reflect their inner truth. But living with purpose is not always easy. There will be challenges. There will be moments of doubt. There will be days when you question everything. And that is okay. Growth does not happen in comfort. Just like a tree must face storms to grow strong roots, you must face obstacles to develop true spiritual strength. When you understand this, difficulties no longer feel like burdens. They become teachers. Every challenge, every setback, every painful experience is an opportunity to grow. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this teaching me?" This simple shift in perspective changes everything. One of the greatest lessons in Buddhism is that nothing lasts forever. Pain, joy, success, failure, everything is temporary. When you truly understand this, you stop clinging to things that drain your energy. You stop fighting against life and start flowing with it. And in this flow, you find strength. A strong mind does not mean a mind that never struggles. It means a mind that knows how to return to peace. It means knowing how to let go of unnecessary worries, how to protect your energy from negativity, and how to stay connected to your purpose even when the world tries to distract you. Imagine a candle in a dark room. The darkness cannot put out the light. It does not matter how much darkness surrounds it. The candle continues to shine. This is the power of spiritual strength. When you cultivate it, no amount of negativity, doubt, or fear can dim your inner light. So how do you begin? Start small. Practice mindfulness in your daily life. Be fully present in everything you do. Speak with kindness. Act with intention. Do not let distractions pull you away from what truly matters. With every mindful action, your energy becomes stronger, your purpose becomes clearer, and your path becomes more certain. Your journey is yours alone, but you are never truly alone. Every living being is connected. Every action you take, every thought you have, ripples out into the world. When you live with purpose, you do not just protect your own energy, you uplift the energy of those around you. And that, more than anything, is what makes life truly meaningful. Walk your path with wisdom. Move forward with strength. And remember, your energy is sacred. Protect it, nurture it, and let it guide you toward the life you are meant to live. Final wisdom, embracing energy protection for a harmonious life. Sit with me for a moment. Breathe in slowly and let it out. Feel the air fill your lungs and then release, just as life itself flows. Always moving, always changing. You have come far on this journey. You have learned about energy, how it affects you, how to guard it, and how to cultivate peace within. Now, it is time for the final wisdom. The wisdom that will stay with you, not just as knowledge, but as something you live, breathe, and embody every day. Life is like a river. Some days, it flows gently. Other days, storms rage, and the water becomes wild. But the river never stops. It moves forward, finding new paths, shaping the land, and adapting to whatever comes. Your energy is the same. It is not something to hoard or lock away in fear of being drained. Instead, it must flow with awareness, with balance, with understanding. Think back to the times when you felt heavy, drained, exhausted, when the world seemed too loud, and your mind was tangled in the noise of others. You now know why this happens. You have seen how thoughts, emotions, and external forces pull at your energy. But more importantly, you now know that you are not powerless against it. No one can take your energy unless you allow it. Remember this well. The power is always within you. Others may try to shake your peace, but like a strong tree rooted in the earth, you do not have to be moved by every passing storm. There will always be negativity in the world, but you no longer have to absorb it. You can acknowledge it, observe it, and then let it pass like a cloud drifting across the sky. A Zen master was once asked, "How do you remain so calm in the face of anger and hate?" He smiled and said, "When someone offers you a gift, but you do not accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The answer is clear. It stays with the giver. In the same way, when people offer you negativity, pain, or cruelty, you do not have to take it. Leave it with them. Do not carry what is not yours. You may wonder, what happens when I slip? What if I forget to protect my energy? What if I find myself overwhelmed again? Do not be discouraged. Even the greatest monks, the wisest teachers, the most enlightened beings, they all have moments of struggle. The difference is, they do not judge themselves for it. They simply return to awareness. You must do the same. When you feel heavy, pause. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Bring your mind back to the present. Ask yourself, what am I allowing into my energy right now? Is this mine to carry? If it is not, let it go. If it is, face it with wisdom, not fear. Protecting your energy does not mean escaping life. It means walking through it with strength, with clarity, with a heart that is open but not unguarded. Do not mistake this wisdom for isolation. The goal is not to shut yourself away from the world. It is to walk through it without losing yourself, to love without being drained, to help without being consumed, to give without being emptied, to live fully, yet remain at peace. Imagine a candle in a dark room. It does not fight the darkness. It does not fear it. It simply shines. That is your energy. When you protect it, nurture it, and keep it strong, you do not need to battle negativity. Your light is enough. Darkness cannot exist where light is present. Now, my final words to you. The greatest protection for your energy is not in running, not in fighting, but in knowing who you are. A peaceful mind is the greatest shield. A compassionate heart is the strongest armor. And a spirit rooted in wisdom is untouchable. You are not the chaos around you. You are not the fears of others. You are not the burdens they try to place upon you. You are light. You are calm. You are infinite like the sky, deep like the ocean, and strong like the mountains. Let this knowledge be your guide. Carry it with you. Live it. And when you forget, because you will, return to it. Again and again. This is your path. Walk it with wisdom. Walk it with strength. Walk it with peace. And remember, your energy is sacred. Protect it well. The art of energy balance. Living in harmony with yourself and the world. Sit with me, just for a moment. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel the air entering your body. Now let it go. Do this again. Feel the rhythm, the flow, the balance. This simple act, breathing in, breathing out, is the essence of life itself. It is energy in motion, a perfect harmony between taking in and letting go. And this, my friend, is the secret to protecting your energy, not by shutting the world out, but by learning to live in balance with it. You see, energy is not something to be hoarded, nor is it something to be thrown away carelessly. It must be nurtured, respected, and understood. Imagine a river. If the water flows too fast, it erodes the land, creating destruction. If it becomes stagnant, it turns murky, lifeless. But when it moves steadily, in harmony with its surroundings, it nourishes everything in its path. This is the way of energy balance. Think of your life right now. Do you feel constantly exhausted, as if your energy is being drained faster than you can restore it? Or do you feel stuck, like you have no motivation, no spark, no life force moving through you. Both are signs that your energy is out of balance. Protection is not just about blocking negativity. It is about flowing wisely, knowing when to give, when to hold back, when to act, and when to be still. There is a Buddhist teaching that says, before you speak, let your words pass through 3 gates. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Now, apply this to your energy. Before you give your time, your attention, your emotions, ask yourself, is it worthy? Is it necessary? Is it balanced? Many people believe they must give endlessly to be good, to be kind, to be loved. But true kindness, true wisdom, does not come from self-sacrifice. It comes from self-awareness. A candle that burns too fast will not bring light for long. A tree that gives all its fruit at once will be barren for seasons to come. You must learn to give with wisdom, not with exhaustion. There will always be demands on your energy. The world is full of people, situations, and distractions that seek to pull you in every direction. But just because something wants your energy does not mean it deserves it. Protecting your energy does not mean being unkind. It means honoring yourself enough to say, this is not for me, or I will give, but not at the cost of my peace. The greatest Zen masters do not avoid the world. They move through it with grace and awareness. They do not let the noise of others disturb their silence. They do not allow the chaos of the outside world to shake the stillness within. And yet, they are deeply compassionate, deeply connected, deeply alive. This is the balance you must seek. Imagine a person standing in the middle of a storm. The winds howl, the rain beats down, but they remain still, untouched, unmoved. This is not because the storm is not real. It is because they have found their center. They do not fight the wind. They do not curse the rain. They simply exist within it, but are not consumed by it. This is what it means to master your energy. To be so deeply rooted in your peace that no external force can shake you. To be so aware of your boundaries that no one can take more from you than you are willing to give. To be so in tune with yourself that you no longer absorb what does not belong to you. And yet, this is not a lesson learned in a single day. It is a practice, a way of living, a conscious choice made every moment. Some days, you will succeed effortlessly. Other days, you will forget, you will fall, you will feel drained again. And that is okay. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to return to balance again and again. So how do you do this? How do you protect your energy while still living fully, loving deeply, and engaging with the world? The answer lies in awareness. Start by observing. Notice what lifts your spirit and what weighs it down. Pay attention to how you feel around certain people, in certain places, while doing certain activities. Your body, your mind, your emotions, they are always speaking to you. You just have to listen. If something drains you, ask yourself why. Is it the situation itself, or is it your attachment to it? Sometimes, we hold on to things that are already trying to leave. We invest energy into people who no longer align with us. We resist change, even when it is necessary. And in doing so, we exhaust ourselves. Let go of what is not yours to carry. Release what no longer serves you. Detach with love, not anger. Energy flows where intention goes. If you are constantly focused on pain, negativity, and fear, that is what will grow within you. But if you shift your focus to peace, clarity, and balance, then these will become your reality. Protecting your energy is not about avoiding the world. It is about choosing how you engage with it. It is about knowing that you are the master of your own mind, the guardian of your own soul, the keeper of your own peace. No one can take that from you unless you allow it. So, as you move forward from this moment, carry this wisdom with you. Your energy is sacred. Your peace is powerful. Your awareness is your shield. The world will continue to be chaotic, but you do not have to be. The noise will always be there, but you can choose not to let it inside. The storms will come, but you can stand tall, calm, unshaken. Breathe in and let go. Return to your center. Walk forward with wisdom, and always, always protect your energy.